Welcome to Christian Fitness. This is our Walk Fit week. This is week number 2 of the Walk Fit program.
Week 2, that means it's show number
4.
4.
Anyway, hopefully you saw week 1. If not, you've got to go to ChristianFitnessTV.com and watch week 1 because we have something really special that we did on week 1. It was the 3rd episode. And what we did is we wanted to take you, I don't know, make it easier for you. Yeah, exactly. Walk with you. And how boring is it to just walk at home or just watch us work out at home? So what we did was we took you on a little virtual tour of a park here in Pinellas County. And so anyway, here's what you do. You can get your big screen TV or whatever TV you have or your phone.
Even your phone.
Here you go. So this is what we did in week 1. We did this little virtual tour for you. But isn't that amazing? Look at the mangroves, this cool little boardwalk. They had a watchtower.
To Florida.
Yeah.
You're literally welcome to Florida.
Not only is it a walking show, it's also a travelogue because we're taking you on a tour of some Florida sites. But so anyway, we thought this would be fun for you. So go back and watch episode 3 of week 1 of the Walk Fit Challenge, and you can actually walk with us. So it's a lot less boring than just staring at a wall.
You're not just seeing us, you're seeing us walking, but you can't see us. You can just see the walk we're on.
A lot of fun. So go back and watch that episode, and we'll be doing some more of those in the future. And take you to some parks around Florida. I don't know how much traveling we'll do, but we'll start in Florida since that's where we live.
We're going to try to find as many parks as we can. Sorry, honey.
All right, it's our encouragement for you. You've got to sign up for the Walk Fit Challenge. I mean, you don't have to, but it's helpful if you do. It helps us. That way we can encourage you. And you do that. It's really simple. First of all, you need some kind of a counter.
Something.
Step counter.
Oh, I
wear a Fitbit. Lori's got a little Apple Watch, but there are a million of them out there.
There's so many of them out there, and they're all really good. So find one that works. And by the way, little tip, check your insurance company. Sometimes you can get credits, and like that Fitbit was free. So you can get credits by doing certain things, and they'll actually give you one for free. So check out your insurance company. You might be able to find out something.
And not only that, ours we're with, I'll just say we're with United Healthcare, and they'll actually pay you money toward products. They don't just give you cash, but if you reach certain health goals, they'll actually give you money. So I'm saving up now to get an Apple Watch. So I'm gonna upgrade from my Fitbit to an Apple Watch when I get enough credits. So anyway, check with your insurance company. But if you have an Android phone, you can download Google Fit. If you have an Apple has its own health program. Of course, any kind of Fitbit or tracker, there's little belt trackers you can wear, all kinds of different
I actually just ordered through your insurance a little Fitbit clip. So I'm actually gonna wear a Fitbit clip and use my Apple, and we'll see which one we like easier. And by the way, if you're not real tech savvy, Fitbits are really easy to use, and they're great motivators. They all are, but that one will it'll vibrate and tell you to get up and walk.
It reminds you every hour.
It
does.
Does.
You've only taken 20 steps this hour.
Or you need to stand up.
Yeah.
So anyway, do something.
They're really good. Step number 2. So step number 1 is get your step counter of some kind. Step number 2 is go to countit.com. We've actually set up a little Christian fitness group. So get your cell phone out right now and take a screenshot of your monitor so that you know the group code and everything. But anyway, go to countit.com and search for the Christian fitness group, and it'll ask you for an invite code, and there's your invite code, F89C03A.
Yeah, click a picture of this so that, and by the way, you can watch this again later on.
And it's on our website.
It is on our website, but that's what you're gonna need. But
so anyway,
join us.
You've got your step counter now. Step number 2, go to countit.com and sign up. And you can use whatever username you want. If you want your regular name, we may end up calling you out in a later show. So if you use your real name.
We will try to promise that we'll use your first name. If you use your real name, which is fine, we'll just call you by the first name. Because we know, there's privacy things. Or just come up with a name you like. Nobody needs to know who you are. You just need to know that.
So step number 2, go to countit.com and sign up. And then step number 3, of course, pretty simple. Watch us live weekly on Mondays. We're live on Mondays, and we're going to give updates and things on our Monday live show. And then, of course, you can watch us at ctnonline.com every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and you get to see more of the Walk Fit Challenge as we move forward. Since we're only on week number 2, it's a 12-week program, so we're early in the Walk Fit Challenge, so join us.
And I think the other part is we're live on Monday at 1, and we're here at 1 o'clock during the regular time of our show. Did you notice that our time changed? We announced that, but
Anyway, so 3 quick, easy steps, and now here you go. Here's our current leaderboard. This is only after, we're only in week 2, so the leaderboard is a little shy so far. But anyway, as you can see, the blue one is me. I'm not even in the, I'm slacking. I'm not even in the lead. Anyway, this is what CountIt.com will look like. If you join, you'll be able to go on and see what position you're in, see how many steps you have, what your point total is. And, you can get a whole group together. You can get, I encourage you get maybe 10 people from your church together. Everyone sign up, and then you can have a little group. You can compete with each other and see who has more steps that week.
Well, I think it's great because you have 2 ways to have an accountability a partner. Either you partner with some friends or a church or a group that know you so you can keep each other accountable, but so will this, and so will your phone. So actually that's 3. So there's a lot of ways to make yourself accountable so you'll continue to want to walk, because this is all about just getting healthy and moving. We want you to move. So that's what's most important, but that is a great tool.
Yes.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
So our feature, and we love to feature who's doing what, and here you go. This is one of the leaders on our leaderboard, and you say, how on earth do you get 10,000 steps in one day? Here you go, Jim, he's from Illinois, 7,000 steps just walking his dog one time.
Wait, did you say he's from Illinois?
He is.
Isn't it snowing there and he's still walking? I wonder what the weather's like there. Let us know when you do this. If you really hit a benchmark of something that you really wanted, we want to know what the weather was like there, because it's not snowing right there, but it's cold.
7,000 steps just walking his dog. So there you can see his dog's got his little toy with him. But anyway, so he sent it and he said, Robert, I want to join the group, blah, blah, blah. And I said, how on earth do you get that many steps? How do you get 10 to 12,000 steps every single day? He sent this to me. He said, here's how. It's pretty simple. I just take my dog for a walk. And he loves to walk, so there you go. So whatever you want to do, we showed you the virtual tour. If you want to walk with us, if you want to walk with a dog, walk with family members, get your church group together like we talked about, and you guys set a walking time. Go to the mall and walk. You can do the early morning mall walkers. You can go to parks and walk.
Just walk. Do something.
Just be more active. Yes. So anyway, I thought that was really, really cute that his dog is helping him to get 7,000 steps in just one walk with his dog.
I need to ask Jim what his dog's name is, because that's his little walking mascot.
Isn't that awesome?
I love that.
All right, honey, we have some facts. Since it is Christian Fitness, we'll bring some walking facts for you.
And this is from Mayo Clinic, which I love the Mayo Clinic. They give you so many reasons to exercise and why, and really a lot of health tips. So here's one of the most important things, and I think if you're looking on cell phones all the time, you've got your head down. So here's what they're saying: to improve your walking and trim your waistline, and to improve your health, hold your head up high. So she's got her head up high. She's looking forward, not on the ground or on a phone. She's moving her shoulders naturally. She's not like this. She's in a natural position. Her chin is parallel to the ground. So basically they're saying have good posture, but have relaxed posture. Keep your back straight, not arched forward. Gently tighten your stomach muscles when you're walking. I think that, I don't know, I'd have to ask, we have a crew member here that's a woman too. I think that might be a woman thing. I'm not sure if men have been taught when they're young, hold your stomach in when you walk and stand up straight, like put the book on your head. But anyway, tighten your stomach muscles, swing your arms freely, which is natural. So that way too, and by the way, if you're wearing something like this, as you swing your arms, you're even gonna get more movement from that. And then walk smoothly, roll your foot from heel to toe. I've never really thought about.
That's really important, the whole heel to toe, because you'll see on our set later on, but we've got a rebounder over there, we've got a treadmill, and a lot of times it's easy when you're walking outside, because in order to stride, you have to go to your heel. That's pretty simple, that's pretty basic. But when you get on a treadmill, sometimes people take shorter steps.
True.
A lot of times on a rebounder, they just want to bounce on their toes.
True.
And that can really start to affect how you do. So anyway, when you're walking, make sure it's heel to toe, and that gives you a nice, as a matter of fact, some of the new walking shoes that they have out, they've got a great curved bottom, which actually helps you roll as you walk. So
propels you to walk correctly.
But thank you to the Mayo Clinic. I thought this was fantastic,
I love it.
Just all the tips. But it also shows you how many muscles you're working. I mean, you're everything from getting proper posture with your neck, your shoulders, your stomach, your thighs, your calves. I mean, almost every part of the body is engaged when you're walking. And I just thought that was really important, because you'll see a lot of people, they will bend over or they'll want to watch their phone while they're walking. You want to actually get really nice posture because you'll feel it. If you start walking, you know, 5, 6, 10,000 steps, you'll start to feel it in your shoulders. If you're arched over, you can feel it in your neck if you've got your neck pronated.
Well, that's a good key. If you start feeling that way, that's time to correct.
Yes.
Start making an adjustment. You know, if you feel tense in your shoulders, make the adjustment of relaxing your arms. But I think that's a great way to listen to your body while you're moving. And then the other benefit is they're getting oxygen into your blood by walking. So, and that's really important. And getting vitamin D if you're outside.
Another very, very important thing, hydration.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to our kitchen, Christian Fitness kitchen. Hydration, so important.
I had so much fun with this.
So speaking of hydration, honey, our health tip question for the day is, should you take a bottle of water on your walk?
My answer is yes. Always, if you can. I mean, some people don't want to, but this is where I had fun. Let's read some facts, and then I think we have some pictures that we're going to show of all these gadgets. I had so much fun finding all these crazy gadgets. Anyway, taking a bottle of water with you while you can walk, it ensures a way for you to get hydrated. It is important to stay hydrated while you're walking. And hey, it's a little mini weight if you just have one, but it helps prevent headaches and cramping. It helps even nausea. A lot of people can feel different things and they don't realize they're really just dehydrated. So try different products and things like that, and we have some pictures.
Yeah,
of some
so we
products.
picked a few products that you might not be familiar with.
Fun. I mean, this is just the norm. You know, these are our old logo, Christian Fitness, but those are fun, but these are more fun. Look
so
at this.
You got on the left, it's collapsible. The one in the center is actually shaped like a dumbbell, so you can fill it with more water to get a heavier
maybe
workout.
Maybe you'd have to carry two then, so
Yeah,
you're balanced out, and then you'd have plenty of water.
I thought that was pretty clever. They're shaped like a dumbbell, so you just work out with it. And then the third one is collapsible, crushable. I mean, really easy to walk with. I like the first one though, just collapses down when you're not using it. You expand it to get your water. And then we have some more creative, unique ones if you want to really have fun with it.
I saw one of these I've never seen before, and I thought that was really neat. It is an armband, kind of like what we do when we keep our Bible, we keep our phone in the armband. Well, guess what? You can have one on the other side as an armband. That's a water bag. And they're wearing that on their arm, which I think is crazy. Then, of course, a backpack, and then what I guess at one point they called it a fanny pack, or it's a waist pack now, which personally, try them if you want. If you want to just go buy lots of gadgets and try them.
Just gadgets.
Then do it and let us know.
They work.
But I kind of like the waist one because if you think about walking, it distributes weight in your core area. So you're not getting thrown off by having lots of things on your arms. Although the weight one, I kind of like if you're going to use two weights, although if you drink one and one weighs less than the other, so, you know, but I like the middle one. That's my personal preference.
Yeah, it depends on your preference. So
or
we
just get a
encourage you.
fanny pack and put this in the middle of it.
You can do that. You can just hold this bottle. You can hold, you know, these. You can hook it on your belt. You can tie it. You can just hold it with your finger.
Did you
People
say
do all kinds.
belt? Do we really have a belt?
Well, drawstrings. Most pants
true.
have drawstrings and things. You can tie it on your drawstring. You can just, you know, hook your finger. Whatever you want to do, we just encourage you to take water with you.
Get hydrated. Stay hydrated. That's all.
And it depends. I mean, if you're hiking, the backpack can be a great one. If you're actually running, the backpack's a really good one. Then because the belt pack, you know, can jostle around if you're jogging. So if you're jogging, you may want the backpack or the arm. So anyway, try it. Try it. Let us know what you think.
Preference.
I just like. I mean, honestly, we just take regular bottled water.
Yeah, we do.
I'll just stick it in my pocket.
We have not done the fanny pack thing, so I will make a promise. We will put one in a fanny pack and I'll wear it and see how it feels.
So try it?
Yeah, but personally, because we've worn them doing other things, walking, I think for me, I just like the weight distributed properly on my core, in my core area. And this is your core, by the way, your core is like from here to here.
So there's plenty of tips for you for today.
Yes.
How to walk properly,
yes.
Stay with proper posture, get good stride length, and then of course stay hydrated. And as you saw, there is no shortage of ways to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of fun. Just stay hydrated however you stay.
I wonder what Jim takes for his dog. how he keeps his dog hydrated for 7,000
Oh,
steps. And what
I
he got
don't
extra
know.
water for his dog. Well, Jim,
have to
email me.
let
Let
us
us know
know.
what you do with your dog.
Where are we?
We are encouraging them to walk through the Bible with us. This isn't just a 12-week walking challenge. We actually have a purpose for it. Of course, the number one purpose is to get you healthier. The number two purpose is let's get into the Word.
Well,
I mean, why
get you
not?
closer to the Lord. I mean, if you're going to walk outside and spend time, with the Lord, then get in the Word and then exercise that time, no pun intended, exercise that time in just what the Word says and let the Lord minister to you.
Yeah, so you can see our little guy here has got his armband. That's what I usually use. I'll wear my phone on our arm, and that way both of us can hear it. Otherwise, you can just use an earpod or whatever you want. But we encourage you, in 12 weeks, you can easily go through the Bible with us. And here is our little format, and we will have this online as well, but you can get your camera out and take a picture of this. But if you do our 12-week program, try to go through last week, which was our first week. You should have made it through Matthew 20. This week, we encourage you to start at Matthew 21 and get through Mark 10. But anyway, you can go through the whole New Testament if you follow this formula. Pretty simple. And it's only, gosh, I don't even know how much, it's not that much. It's maybe.
I think you'll be surprised if you're listening to the Bible. If you are listening, you're going to get through a lot of chapters really fast because you're walking for at least a half hour. At least a half hour.
You can do, so anyway, plenty of time. If you get behind, just catch
Doesn't
up.
matter.
Try to catch up. But this was just, we kind of divided it for you so you could have a plan. A lot of people like to have, their plan formatted. Okay, what do I listen to? What do I read this week? What do I do this week? Here you go. This is what you listen to on week 2, Matthew 20 through Mark 10. And what we love to do is we'll just listen to it. And if you watched last week, we did a couple out in the park where we paused and had a little Bible study. And that's what we love to do. We'll listen to it and something will jump out at one of us. We'll go, oh my gosh, I heard that scripture in a new way. Or, oh, let's talk about that scripture. And then we'll keep walking. 10 minutes later, we're still just talking about that one scripture. So recently,
Getting fed.
yes, recently,
Let's see
this
if we
is
can
one
make
that
this
was really
work.
powerful. See if I can get it loud enough to pick up on my microphone.
But when the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together, and one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question to test him. Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? And he said to him, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And a second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these 2 commandments depend all the law and the prophets.
So that is Matthew 22. And so we were walking, listening to that, and I thought, man, just amazing. First of all, the Pharisees are trying to trip Jesus up. They're like, oh, well, which is the greatest of the commandments? So they wanted to try to trap him. Anyway, go back and listen to all of Matthew, and it'll make more sense. But Jesus is going to have no part in that because he's saying, look, there's only really 2 laws, and they're actually one law. They tie
It's all
into
the same. You receive Christ and you receive the love of God, and then that's what you focus on is the love of God. I mean, you let the love of God dwell in you richly and then pour out the love of God on others. I mean, really it came down to that. He's telling them laws and rules because that's what they're accustomed to. But I mean, really, it's just love people.
And that's what
Simple.
Jesus is saying. Yeah, you don't,
Love.
the commandments, yes, the commandments are for those that aren't operating in love. You have to be told, don't kill, don't steal.
Right.
If you love, you're not going to do those anyway. It's not
Right.
even an issue. So he's saying, you guys aren't going to trap me. It's all about love. You've got to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul, and then love your neighbor. If you love your neighbor, you're not going to kill him. You're not going to steal from him. You're not going to covet what they have. You're not going to break any of the commandments if you love your neighbor and love yourself and love God.
So what did he do? He did that by action. He loved them. He taught them, but he loved them so much that he taught them how to love by his display of love towards them, which I think is beautiful. That just popped out on me.
Yeah, so as you see, we'll just start talking about the scripture. Next thing you know, well, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we encourage you, walk through the Bible with us and easily get through the New Testament in 12 weeks. And it's an amazing time. We encourage you to go to a park or somewhere. And really, that's why you're in nature, you're able to enjoy it, and then just listen to the word at the same time.
And then don't do the rest of the phone stuff. Just listen to your Bible. That way you can focus on the word.
All right, we have 4 quick keys that I wanted to bring forward, and this is what we're trying to do in the Walk Fit Challenge. We want you to work on your flexibility, your balance, your strength, and your endurance. And as you saw in the little Mayo Fit woman, she was working every part of her body, right? That little stance that she had, whatever she was doing.
And we're going to keep sharing this with you. You're going to get where you're going to actually remember all this, because we're going to keep sharing this screen in every show, or at least until everybody feels like, okay, I've got that. I need to work on flexibility, balance, strength, and endurance.
Yeah, so walking, simple exercise. A lot of stress on most of the joints and things, like doing resistance training and some of those things. But all of these will be developed by walking, but you also want to develop all of these so that you can do a better job of walking. So number one, flexibility. That's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on your flexibility. So we're going to go stretch a little bit. And we encourage you always stretch, warm up, and cool down when you go for a walk, especially if you're going for a long walk, if Jim's taking his dog or whatever you might want to do. If you're going for a long walk, stretch beforehand. And here's some really easy ones. Just step forward, get a little wider stance than you normally would, and you just want to shift your weight forward a little.
Free tip. After you walk, if you wake up the next day and you feel stiff, then stretch again.
Yes.
Because stretching, and this is why we are really stressing stretching before you go, or any kind of movement, is you're trying to get the blood warming up to the muscle. You're trying to actually warm the muscles up.
Switch.
Instead of just putting on your shoes and going running, just run out the door. By the way, if you have a dog, watch your dog. If he sleeps or she sleeps, as soon as they get up, what do? They stretch. Naturally, they just stretch. It heats up the muscle, and then you become flexible. So this is why we're doing what we're doing.
Good. Come back to the other side again. And you're going to try to place this arm on the outside of your thigh.
I'm the opposite of you.
So yeah, either way, we're going to go both directions. So you just want to stretch. So you're going to rotate the torso a little bit. Like I said, if you take a long walk and you're really pumping your arms, you're going to start to feel it. You'll feel it in your shoulders, you'll feel it in your back, so we want to make sure that we're stretched. So then you go the opposite direction.
Already changed.
You already switched.
Yeah.
What I love about this is we're stretching our torso. You're stretching your shoulder, you're stretching your tricep, you're stretching your, actually the back thigh, which you'll feel if you stay down here long enough.
And if you feel pain in your knee, get up and move, or just change the direction of your foot. Sometimes it could be just how your foot is in a certain direction, like, you know, your foot can be changed in this
you want
position.
your toe pointed in just a little bit.
Right.
Puts less strain on the knee, and the knee does not go past the toes. So you'll notice Lori's tibia straight up and down.
Yep.
Good. Other direction. Open up.
But I actually haven't been doing this. I've been talking. I wasn't paying attention.
All right, good. We're gonna have a seat now. And you should feel that already in your legs and thighs. First thing I want to do is just pull your knee up to your chest.
Sit up real straight, or as straight as you can. Don't scrunch.
Yep.
Sit. Pull your spine up.
Posture.
Like you're actually pulling your head up.
It's really important that your spine, you try to get your spine as straight as possible for most of this. Good. Switch. Even while you're walking, I thought that was such a great example. They started everywhere from her head and went all the way down the body.
Well, you think about if you're walking and you tilt your head down, you're actually putting force on your neck because there's weight. So you're walking and you tilt your head, you want to walk and keep your head upright. It actually feels better that way anyway.
Now, a little more difficult, you're going to take your right leg and cross it over the knee. And just like we did when we were standing and doing kind of the lunge, you're going to do the same thing here. Try to put an elbow on the outside of the knee. And again, stay upright and just try to open up.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, you're going that way.
I'm going this way.
Then we're going to face away from each other in a second.
Oh, well, I was trying to avoid that because I wanted to face you.
It's good to get each stretch for about 20 seconds. And then you can rest and do another 20 and rest and do another 20. So it's fine to stretch just this one position for one full minute. You can either do it for a minute straight, or you can do, like I said, 20-second, 3 different intervals. Good, let's switch.
Oh yeah.
And again, elbow either way. You're gonna do both directions, so it really doesn't matter which way you go.
With you.
And take nice deep breaths. Yeah, breathe, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Just nice and relaxed. And then the other direction.
There, now I get to say hello to you.
Oh, hi.
This actually feels really, really good.
Okay, good. Both legs down. I want you to reach out to your toes and pull your toes back. Now on this one, you do want to round your back. You want to round the back a little bit. So we're going to actually stretch all the way from the lower back up through the shoulders. And depending on how flexible you are, you can start to straighten your knees, push your feet out a little further.
This feels so good.
Good. Point your toes away. And pull them back. And you should actually start to feel your muscles heat up. I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Well, and you'll feel
Just from
this.
stretching.
And if, by the way, I was going to show you, if you can't do this, then just pull your toes back. So that way, if you can't pull by your hands, just at least. But the other part is the straighter you sit, the further you're going to go out. So if you're all like this, it's a little bit. I mean, I can reach it anyway, but just pull over.
Or bend your knees. Just bend your knees, and then you can reach your
true.
toes, and then pull your toes back.
Or just pull your feet back on their own.
Good. And what I like to do is just kind of shake your legs a little. Shake them out. Loosen them up, and then we're going to stand back up. A lot of times if you stretch like that and then try to pop right up, it's not as good for you. So we'll warm them back up, and then we'll stand back up. All right, minute and a half left in the show. We're going to continue to stretch. Let's again go down the way we did earlier. You're going to do a lunge, but this time I want you to take your back knee to the ground. And we're going to work more on the hip on this one. So you really sink into the hip. And this will really help as you're taking your strides, because what you want to do as you start to walk, you want to start to, as you get stronger, you get more endurance in your walks, you want to actually take longer strides and see if you can't stride a little further. And this flexibility of your hips is really going to help in extending those strides. You good? Switch?
Yep. Oh, you didn't even
I
stand
just
up
stay
and do
down. I
it.
just stay down here. Switch it. Please go to our website, ChristianFitnessTV.com, and remember, follow the 3 steps. Get your step counter, go to countit.com and register, and then watch the show and give us your feedback. Let us know how you're doing, how many steps your most recent walk was, how many steps you're getting per day, what hydration you preferred, what little gadget that Lori showed.
If you get a gadget, let us know. We want to know if you get a gadget.
Good, stand up. And we're just gonna bend and reach for our toes. And again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And join us again for the Walk Fit Challenge. God bless you guys.